In this video, we're exploring an abandoned roundhouse, part of the oldest mainline mountain railroad in the world. Abandoned in 1930, this building once housed 6 steam locomotives that would help push trains through the mountains. All but forgotten by history, it once served as a major part of a thriving railroad community.
So this right here used to be where the turntable was. The engines would come out of here and they would assist the trains on this rail line here going up the mountain. It doesn't look like a steep grade, but the historical information said it's one of the steeper grades in this side of the country. Apparently the trains had so much trouble getting up them that they needed to put a few more engines behind them to help them up the hill. So right here you can actually see the old track of the round table.
Built around the 1840s, this section of the railroad connected Boston, Massachusetts to Albany, New York. At one point, an estimated 150 families in town had at least one family member that worked for the railroad. Around 1885, the original roundhouse was replaced with this larger brick one. Eventually, the 6 locomotives were phased out, no longer necessary as more powerful engines were introduced to the railroad.
Here you can see the extent of the damage just from years of neglect, heavy rain, wind. Just about a year and a half ago, most of this roof was still here.
The Mountain Railroad was a leader in technological innovation, serving as the testing grounds for the first 284 locomotives. The area later saw the introduction of 4 diesel locomotives. Within 6 months, they rendered the roundhouse obsolete, and it shuttered its doors for good.
I have to be really careful where I'm stepping. There's nails sticking up out of the ground everywhere. This section of the roundhouse is a little more intact, but all that really means is that it just hasn't collapsed yet. Looking at the state of the ceiling, it looks like it's not too far off.
There were piles of old containers that had rotted out and spilled their contents all over the floor of the building. I'm not entirely sure I wanted to know what was in them. Up the tracks from the Roundhouse was one more relic, the monolithic coal tower. With the advent of diesel locomotives, steam engines were phased out and coal was no longer needed. In April of 1951, this imposing structure saw its end. The wooden stairs and walkways rotted out after 100 years, leaving behind just the metal skeleton. There's no easy way up, but maybe one day it'll be a fun climb. This relic of the industrial age once served as a linchpin to the oldest mainline mountain railroad in the world, negated by evolving technology, and now wastes away as nature slowly reclaims it.